Hi, Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Monday, November the 7th. 24 hours from now, we'll be closing in on the end of the presidential election. The news today seems somewhat good if you're a Hillary Clinton fan. The early vote has been big, unprecedented in most places. It seems to favor Democratic voters. There's been a very successful voter outreach among Latino and black voters in those states where Republicans haven't made it harder to early vote, like North Carolina, where black voting is down. The national polling has all been completed, and every single major national poll shows Hillary Clinton with a lead over Donald Trump, 1 to 5 points. I think most people are predicting a Clinton victory, but there's still questions about whether there's a hidden Trump vote that'll yet come out. We live in a state, Arkansas, that's certainly going to go strongly for Donald Trump. Are we that different from the rest of the country? We'll see tomorrow night. Hillary Clinton is closing for her part with a very positive TV ad message that says, do we want a divided country or a united country, suggesting she can bring unity and diversity to national politics. That may be a bridge too far, we shall see. One thing that does seem clear, the FBI Director James Comey's announcement more than a week ago that he was going to do a further review of Hillary Clinton, she's now been cleared again, by the way, had an impact on the U.S. Senate races where they were going along with Hillary's trend. They clearly were set back. The predictions now are going to be an incredibly close race for control of the U.S. Senate. 50-50, most people are predicting one way or the other. That's another one we'll see tomorrow. Then, of course, we have Arkansas. The news isn't so good here for Democratic voters. A lot of people think the Republican Party will pick up still more seats in the Arkansas legislature, where it already holds a commanding majority. Probably the biggest issue on the ballot tomorrow is issue 6, medical marijuana. That seems to have a slight edge in the polling. One thing that I brought up today is the dark money that's behind this race, $400,000 from a source that nobody will identify. The backers of it won't identify. I think they make a mistake in hiding the motives of people who are paying for this campaign. Undoubtedly, there are people who hope to make a profit someday selling medical marijuana. Nothing dirty about that. It'd be better if we knew who it was. Issue 3 is getting a lot of money spent on it. This is the legislative referred amendment that would allow more state tax money to go to chambers of commerce and to corporate lobbyists. It would also allow unlimited borrowing by city, county, and state government to give to private business to help their business ventures. It's corporate welfare and it's worse, really, but big money is behind it. The governor's behind it. There's interestingly some pushback from the Koch political organization, which believes that this is a picking of winners and losers by government. The bad thing says free enterprise ought to be free enterprise. Private business, pay for your own way. Seems like a good idea to me. We're still recommending vote no on issue 3, even if we are in the minority again. Windstream, the telephone company that's based in Little Rock, announced this morning that it was merging in a $1 billion deal with Earthlink's holding of Atlanta to make a bigger wireless phone and data and internet service company. The company will remain headquartered in Little Rock, so that's good news for us. The Little Rock Chamber of Commerce is spending heavily in trying to influence the future Pulaski County School Board, which will be elected for the first time after years of state receivership in Tuesday's election. They've picked 4 candidates to back. That would be a majority of the board. They've provided roughly half or more of the money that those candidates are going to have to run. It's important in an election that's going to be held on a general election day to have $15,000 or $20,000 to spend on direct mailing is very valuable to those candidates. The Chamber, of course, is happy that the current superintendent broke the contract with the teachers union. They're not friendly to teachers unions. That's one reason I don't like sending tax money to the Chamber of Commerce. They're free to hate teachers unions, but I hate to give them our tax money to do it with. The continued furor over the University of Arkansas women's basketball team, we talked about this some last week. They did a demonstration during the national anthem to show solidarity with the movement protesting police action against black people. 6 members of the team took a knee during the national anthem. There's been an outraged response from the majority of people in Arkansas, I think, who don't understand the First Amendment. But worse than that, we've had legislators talk about cutting money. The University of Arkansas Representative Kim Hammer of Benton has said he will hold up the entire higher education department budget till he gets the answers he wants on this outrage at the University of Arkansas. He thinks the university budget should be cut by the amount spent on the basketball team. He's another guy that needs a remedial lesson in the Chamber of Commerce. And finally, one last presidential election note. They had a national student mock election. They have one every 4 years. A variety of do-good organizations sponsor it. Several million people vote nationwide, and then the states are tallied according to votes, and the electoral votes allocated in the student mock election. And it's only missed twice in 48 and 1960. the students say Hillary Clinton's going to be elected president tomorrow. Well, one note on that, Arkansas went for Clinton, which I wish that were true, but I find it doubtful. But I was happy to see the results in Gibbs Elementary School in Little Rock, which happens to be where both my kids went to elementary school some years ago. The vote there was 105 for Hillary to 19 for Donald Trump. This might give you some idea why Pulaski County isn't viewed too warmly by Republican politicians in Arkansas. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back on Election Day.